So guys, in this video we'll see how to delete a node from the end in the linked list. So we have to delete the last node in the linked list. So this is the class node we are using. It has an integer I that stores the data and a variable of type node next, which is the link to the next node. And this is the linked list we have of the node objects. So we have I is equals to 12, then 54, 6, 9, 18. The next of last location is pointing to null. Your head is pointing to this location, which is the head of the linked list. Okay, so we'll write a method that takes in the head of the linked list, removes the last node and returns the updated head.
Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon to receive all the latest updates.
So suppose this is my main method. I'll say p public static void main string args. Okay, I had a node head. Okay, so there were some insert operations in the head and I got this list. Now I want to call a method that takes in the head, removes the last node and returns the head. So I'll say head is equals to remove last and takes the head. Static node remove last node head. So this method takes in the head, which is the head of the linked list, removes the last node in the linked list and returns the head. So that's why the return type of this method is of type node. So now how do you remove the last node? So this is the node and you have to disconnect it. And how do you identify the last node of the linked list? You say the next of the last node is pointing to null, right? So if we say if the next of this node, that is the second last node, points to null, that is we are able to disconnect the last node, okay, and this becomes the new last node. So what we have now is this, okay. So we have to, in order to delete the last node, reach the second last node and disconnect the last node from the second last node. Okay, so first thing is we have to reach the second last node. So I'll take a variable of type node current and set it to, and as I've told you many times, when you use equals to with objects of classes, the reference of the right hand side gets copied to the left hand side. That is saying wherever this head is pointing to, current is going to point to that location. We have current is equals to head, we have to move to the second last node. And I'll take another variable node previous is equals to null, while current dot next is not equal to null, open curly braces, previous is equals to current is equals to current dot next, okay, closing this, and previous dot next is null, and you return the head. Okay, the idea of this is saying that previous will land to the second last node, current will land to the last node after the while loop completes. So previous is second last node, so the next of previous will be setting to null. Let's see how this goes. So this is your head in the main and you have a head in the remove method. So you call remove last passing the head. So head is pointing here. So when you pass head into this method, the head in the remove method is also pointing to this location. You said current is head. Current is a variable pointing to head. So current also points to this location. You say previous is equals to null. We enter the while loop condition. Current dot next is not equal to null. Current is pointing to this location. The next of this location is this location, which is not null. This is a memory location. While loop condition is true, we come inside this loop. Previous is equals to current. So previous points where current is pointing. So previous also points to this location. And then you say current is equals to current dot next. So wherever current dot next is pointing, current is going to point to that location now. Current is pointing here. Current dot next is here. So current is going to point to the next of current, which is this. So previous is pointing to this location, current is pointing to this location. The head that we got in this method is still pointing to this location. Again, we go back to check the while loop condition. Current dot next is not equal to null. Current is pointing to this location. Current dot next is this location. This is a memory location, not null. Condition is true. You go inside the loop. Previous is equals to current. So previous is pointing to this, and now previous points to current. So previous also points to this location. Current is current dot next. Current dot next is this location. So current points to this location now. Again, you go back to check the while loop condition. Current dot next is not equal to null. Current is pointing here. Current dot next is not null is true. You go inside the while loop body. Previous set to current. Previous is pointing here. Current is pointing here. So previous is pointing to current's location now. Previous is also pointing to current's location. And current is current dot next. Current is pointing here. Current dot next is this. So current is going to point to this location. We come back to the while loop condition again, and we are saying that head is still there. Okay, head is still at the node where it started. Okay, current dot next is not null. Current is pointing here. Current dot next is not null. This is memory location. This is condition is true. You go inside the loop. Previous is equals to current. So previous points here, and then you set current is equals to current dot next. Current is pointing here. Current dot next is here, and so current points here. Again, you go back to check the while loop condition. Current dot next is not equal to null. Current is here. Dot next is null. Loop condition is false. You come out of the loop. You come here. Okay, so previous is pointing here. You set the next of this location to null. So you say this rather than pointing to the last node is setting next to null. So this node is disconnected. Okay, and then you return the head. The head is still pointing to where it was. So when you return from this method, this head in the main keeps pointing here. Alright, so when you're here, okay, so you have three variables in this method, head, current, and previous. So when you return from this method, you lose all these three variables. Okay, and your head in the main points to this first location. Okay, and since there is no variable referencing to this memory, this is collected by the garbage collector. Okay, and is no longer available. Okay, so a list is now 12, 54, 6, 9, and the last of next is null. So this is how you remove the last node in the linked list. So there are a couple of edge cases that you need to handle here in this code. I'll show you how. We just saw how to remove this last node, and if we repeat this process, that is, we call this method again, passing this head from the main in this method remove last, we are able to remove this last node, and the next of the second last is set to null. If we call this method again, this last node is removed again, the next of second last is now set to null. So this is our new last node. We call this method again, the next of this is set to null. So this is where we have to be a little careful. So when you pass this list into this remove last, where head is pointing to this only node in the linked list, in this remove last method, you get a head, right? So this head in this method is also going to point to the head of this list. You say current is equals to head. You take a variable current that is pointing to head. You take another variable previous is set to null. You check the next line, while current dot next is not equal to null. Current is pointing here, current dot next is null. Current dot next is not equal to null is false. You come here and you say previous dot next is null. Previous is null, so you get a null pointer exception here, right? So the case where head points to the only node in the linked list, you will have to add a check on the top where it says if head dot next is null. That is, if head is the only node in the linked list and you have to remove the last node, which means you have to remove this node, you can simply say return null, right? So you came into this method with the head pointing to this only node, so you return null, saying that you return an empty list. So after we add this check and we try to run this again, so with this head that comes into this method, the head in this method is pointing here. You say head dot next is null. If this condition is true, you return null. Head dot next is null. This condition is true, you return null. So head in the main now points to null. That is, the list became empty now because you removed the only node. And since you return from the method, you lose references to all these local variables. So this is the first check that you need to add. Alright. So we'll call this method again with this list. That is, head is pointing to null and we are trying to remove the last node, passing this head into this method. We say head dot next is null. Head comes into this method, head is pointing to null, you get a null pointer exception. So there is one more check you need to add. You say if head is null, return null. And this is the second check, which is for the empty list. So these are the two edge cases that we need to handle when we are removing the last node from a linked list. That is, when your head is the only node, right? That is, you are left with only one node in the linked list. And if your head is null, that is, if you are passing an empty list and you are trying to remove the last node, right? So now if you come into this method, head is pointing to null, you directly check this, head is equals to null, you return null, and you just return from this method.
So let's just run the code we wrote. So this is the node class that I'm using. This is the method I'm using to print the list. This is the method I'm using to insert a node in the list, because we will be building the linked list from scratch. Okay, and this is our remove last method. Okay, so I've added these two checks for edge cases, and this is the code that we discussed. So in the main, your head is null, list is empty, and you build the list using inserted front and you add these values. Okay, we print the initial list, and then we remove the last node and then we print the list again. Let's see. So this is the initial linked list and we remove the last 18 and we get this. Alright. So let me just copy and remove 3 more times, right? So let me run this. Alright. So now you see your head is the only node in the linked list, and if I remove this check, I will get a null pointer exception here because head is null is false. So you come here, right? Your previous is null is true, your current is at head. Current dot next is not equal to null is false because current is head and head dot next is null because head is the only node. Then you come here, you said previous dot next is null, but previous is null, so you get a null pointer exception here. So let me just copy once again and run once again. So you'll see there is a null pointer exception here. All right. And removing this, so when I call this once again, remember we have removed the check for head as null, so your list is empty, head has gone null, and I am running this again. So you see I get a null pointer exception here, okay, because head is already null. So you need to add this first, then add this check. So now if I run this, so after the list goes empty, you get no exception, and you can keep removing from the front as long as you want, you won't get any exceptions. So I hope this video was helpful. So please do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and thank you for watching.